for 72 hours, the next 72 hours, if you book a reservation on the Legends of Pittsburgh cruise, and all you have to do is go to legendsofpittsburghcruise.com, and you'll be able to get up there. But yeah, if you use the promo code 72 as well, right? Because 72 in honor of Zach, we'll give you $300 off of your reservation along with a signed copy of my book. Yeah, right there, Most of Your Life, man. I'm signing the copies, mailing them directly to you as well, man. So for the next 72 hours, that's 3 days, all right?
Yeah.
That's sufficient.
3 days, exactly.
3 days of extra times in honor of Mr. Zach Banner, in honor of the awesome people that are always tuning into this show, baby. So yeah, man, if you use the promo code 72, just the number 7 and the number 2, when you check out at legendsofpittsburghcruise.com, you will receive $300 off along with autographed copy of my book, baby. That's what I feel like the people deserve that, man. That's the least we could do.
Sounds like
that's
a great
the least
deal.
we could do, man. But as we're continuing to talk about guys that impressed, right? We talked about James Pierre and what he was able to do during mini camp. Another guy that impressed, though, was at the quarterback position, man. This guy came over during the offseason in terms of Dwayne Haskins, and he had a lot of things going on in terms of the off-field questions, right? His mentality, his work ethic, and things like that. Some people even questioned his performance in terms of if he could play or not. And we kind of put some of those to rest a little bit with the film session that we did on him. But he was another guy, man, that looked really impressive. Obviously, plenty of reports have come out, so we are able to talk about him a little bit more.
Yeah.
But what I can say, man, yeah.
It was good.
In terms of the things that we were worried about, right? Footwork, the consistency part of it, not getting out of whack when he's throwing on the run. I can say that he was looking really consistent in that part of his game. And that was largely in terms of the people talking about his accuracy in this mini camp and OTAs and saying why he looked so impressive. That was the big part of it, because we know he has a strong arm. I mean, Ben talked about it, right? The joke about throwing the football through the car wash and not getting wet.
Where did he come up with that analogy?
Bro, I have no clue, bro. I have no clue.
I get it. It's like you throw it so fast,
yeah,
the water doesn't touch it. But
who thinks of it though, right?
Who thinks of that? Because you're just thinking it's still gonna get wet. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way. I don't even know where that came from. Is it because that's not a common thing you say, right?
No, I haven't heard that.
That was that was.
But it was dope though. That's a 7. We just put that as a 7ism. I like that right there.
Sure.
But the thing, man, with Haskins, like I said, you watch him and you watch his footwork and just see how when he's in his framework consistently, how good he can throw that ball on the move. Because that, to me, was more the pressing thing with him. I feel like he makes good reads, but because of the footwork part,
if he gets it out quick,
right,
it's always on the money.
But if his footwork is bad, the ball's going to sail on him, or it's going to end up a little bit short, right? And that obviously leads to turnovers. But throughout the practices I saw, man, he definitely, you could tell that that's been something that he's been working on. I don't know if it's because the new QB coach with Mike Sullivan, the change of scenery, him being with 7 in terms of Big Ben. I don't know what it is, but as a whole, he just looked better. Like his command of the offense when he was out there, I can't say what group he was running with, but the groups that he was running with, it was impressive to see how he could take charge. It didn't matter what guys were out there. He was going to make sure that he was putting them in the right position to be successful. So I definitely like that about Haskins, man. I'm excited to see him now in the game setting, because I feel like I can go see training camp and it's going to look more like what we just saw. He's past this part of that test though.
Okay.
Like we know it's an offseason. He got this test and that test and that test.
Definitely.
He's headed in the right direction. He looks good, man.
What's hilarious, it sounds just like completely night and day.
Mm-hmm.
He gets released from Washington.
Yeah.
Was anyone else interested in him, or was it just us?
I don't know.
Because the way we're talking about Haskins right now is like he was that top 5 projected pick that he was supposed to be, and we just got a complete steal. We basically got this potential future franchise quarterback for free.
Well, remember the big thing we talked about him was never a physical ability standpoint. It was the mental. Are you going to show discipline when it's a pandemic, not putting yourself in a position where you could jeopardize your availability to your team? We saw him make poor decisions in that from that standpoint. We also remember a game where he had success, but then he's taking pictures or interacting with the crowd instead of being prepared to go back out there. Like,
still, that was hilarious, though.
I mean, it was hilarious, but just imagine if that's your franchise quarterback. You wouldn't want Ben doing that. We would be over here like, yo, what are you doing right now? Like, be a pro. So those are some of the things that we wanted to see get put to rest. And so far, so good. We haven't heard anything in terms of negative about him off field wise from the people that I've talked to that are interacting with him daily at the facility. They all say the same thing in terms of him wanting to be that leader, doing what you're supposed to do as quote unquote QB1, even though we know he's not QB1, but just that mentality, shaking hands, introducing himself, being in meetings extra time, trying to watch more film. Like, I like that about him because that's not easy to do when you're the new guy. And it's not easy to do when you're coming over from an organization and you have baggage in terms of your name has been tarnished a little bit. You've had a public failure in the NFL, being a top 15 pick in the first round and being released 2 years. That traded released. So when you see a guy that can, put the pride to the side and say, man, I don't care about all that. I know what I need to do to make this roster. I know what I need to do to be an effective contributor to this team. I don't take that for granted.
No, definitely not. Yeah. And what's amazing is the comparisons in his game or attitude, work ethic. Yeah. It's completely opposite of what everyone was saying how he was in Washington.
Yes.
He's talking about how much he's putting in the work. Everyone else, like these reporters and what the media is saying about him, is that, man, he's working really hard. He's taking this really serious. And he even said in the interview, like, one of the main things for me is I want to make sure the Steelers don't look bad that they took a chance on me. I want to make anyone that put their foot out for me, I want to make them look good. But then he also said, I want to show the Steelers that I love football. And this was some of the stuff that I was reading too. This was a few weeks ago about him in high school and college. Like, this was the guy he always was. It's just maybe Washington really was that bad of a situation for him because Jay Gruden didn't want him. There was all this turnover. And if he felt like he was never destined to get the chance that he should have, it's just like, what am I doing then?
Absolutely, man.
And he did get this second chance with the Steelers. And it seems like whether the Steelers are all in on like, hey, man, you got this potential to be a franchise quarterback, he at least thinks that like, hey, I got a legitimate shot here. And it seems like they believe in me enough to give me this shot. So I'm going to be all in.
Absolutely.
He's a Big Ben fan too, which is
like
good.
That. We definitely like that.
It seems like the surroundings are just night and day from Washington here in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
Which could be amazing for both sides.
Which we hope it is. I think it should be, but we hope it is. We hope it works out. We're going to get them answers, though, very soon, man, once this preseason hits. I know we should pay some bills. And the best way to pay some bills, baby, is by getting ready for this hot boy summer. And what do we mean by hot boy summer? I'm talking for the Manscaped crew, baby. It's hot guy summer, man. You know when the summer hit, we got to be feeling good, nice and aerodynamic. And the best way to do that is with my friends over at Manscaped. We know the Lawnmower 4.0, the 4.0 with the light that goes on.
Technology is crazy.
Off. I mean, how do you think this beautiful face gets groomed this way? How do you think this taco meat stays aligned? We can't show nip, especially during the ad. We can't show that during the ad.
I don't want to get kicked off YouTube.
We definitely can't do that. But how do you see this perfect length of taco meat there? That doesn't happen without the Lawnmower 4.0. But since it is hot boy summer, right? And I call it hot guy summer, hot boy summer, because we know the girls, right? Was it the Stallions and all of them? They got their hot girl summer. We not going for that anymore, all right? We taking over here. It's our time. All right? So Manscaped, they said, what if we hooked up the guys? What if we hooked up the hot guys with the performance package? I said, whoa, what you mean? Share the details on this performance package. Performance package that includes the Lawnmower 4.0, which we already said is pivotal. I mean, it doesn't get any better when it comes to the below the waist grooming. It doesn't. I promise you. Personal experience. Okay. So you got the Lawnmower 4.0 that's in there. They also have the Weed Whacker. What is the Weed Whacker? You might be asking, right? Well, you notice we don't have any nostril hairs over here, right? We nice and groomed. That's what the Weed Whacker does, baby. Gets those nose hairs, get those ear hairs, wherever else you might have hair growing. It's kind of weird. All right? Weed Whacker. Then, can we add to that?
Oh, yeah. I think you have to.
It wouldn't be a hot guy summer if we didn't add to it, right?
Yeah, you need all the elements.
So, not only do you have the Lawnmower 4.0, not only do you have the Weed Whacker, but you also have the Crop Reviver along with the Crop Refresher. I mean, you got two things for your crop. Right? This is revive, refresh, revive. You can't go wrong with that, baby. You can't go wrong. And as we said, we don't talk about anybody unless we have deals for you all, okay? And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, use the promo code MOATS. Get you 20% off along with free shipping, baby. Don't miss out on this opportunity. And trust me on this. Once you do that and you make your purchase and you use the promo code MOATS, your delicate twins, they will absolutely love you for this, baby. They will. Ask Deke about it, man.
And this is a big time summer too.
Mm-hmm. You need it, man.
We were locked up all last summer.
You need it, man.
You got to come with your A game.
No question. It's the only way to be, man.
Manscaped is helping you do that.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
And that's what we bring to y'all, baby.